Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at vendors and accounts payable. Typically, there are two types of vendors. Vendors you pay regularly, such as the county clerk or your local office supply company. You can optionally track 1099 reporting information for these vendors. And miscellaneous vendors that are used for one-time payables and don't necessarily need to have information stored for future filing. We'll take a look at how each type is set up in the software. Let's get started by adding a vendor that you'll pay regularly. From the quick launch, select Vendor Information. To add a new vendor, click the New icon in the toolbar or press Ctrl-N on your keyboard. Next, enter the name of the vendor. Once you tab out of this field, you'll be prompted to add a contact record for this vendor. This includes the vendor's address, phone number, and email address. When ready, click Save. Once saved, the name search field will automatically populate with the vendor's name, but this can be edited. The 1099 info field determines whether or not a 1099 form will print for this vendor and the box in which information will print on the form. For more information about which box to select for the 1099 info field, check out our help topics by clicking the question mark icon on the toolbar. Next, you can select a contact from the list or create a new contact record for your primary contact with this vendor, which can be helpful when dealing with large organizations. Next, you can enter any discount or invoice period information provided by the vendor. The one check per invoice checkbox determines whether or not multiple invoices can be paid by the same check for the same vendor. If this option is selected, a single invoice will print on a single check. Once all the information has been entered, click Save. Now, let's take a look at a miscellaneous vendor. Typically, only one miscellaneous vendor is needed in the system. In the vendor lookup, a miscellaneous vendor will have an M indicator. Notice that the miscellaneous vendor checkbox is selected and the 1099 info field is not available, as no 1099s are generated for these vendors. When an invoice or a manual check is entered for a miscellaneous vendor, you'll be prompted to select a contact or enter a one-time contact for the invoice. The name and address information is saved along with the invoice or the manual check entry, but not saved in the vendor file. Then, enter the rest of the invoice information and click Save. The miscellaneous name and address information is printed on the pre-check register, the check register, and the detailed cash requirements report, depending on how those options are configured in customization. And that's all it takes to add a vendor in accounts payable. Thanks for watching. See you next time.